Hi everyone, it's Colina here from CGM Pilates. Welcome to our 10-minute mat video for you to do while we're on holidays. Start with your feet flat, hip distance apart, sit nice and tall in your sit bones. Really try and create some length here in that lumbar spine here and grow nice and tall here. Find that axial extension, your neutral spine. As you just sit here, I just want you to find some connection to your breath. Just notice how you're breathing. If you're feeling a little tight today, just with every exhale, just let everything relax and settle into the mat. On your next breath, you grow tall, feel the ribs expand, and as you exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine, a little pelvic tilt, creating that little C curve through the lower back. And inhale, you lift and lengthen back up tall. Again, we exhale, pelvic tilt, abdomen draws in towards spine. Inhale, grow tall. Starting to make our way down into a half roll back here. We exhale, coming back down, just let the hands slide away from the body. Try and find a nice steady movement here. Hold it as you breathe in, and then exhale, come forward, and inhale, lift and lengthen back up. Again, exhale, abdomen draws in, pelvic tilt, we roll ourselves back, coming back to about halfway, hold. Keep those feet firmly planted in the floor, roll yourself up with the ribs drawing towards hips. Inhale, lengthen up tall. Once again, the abdomen draws in, pelvic tilt, we roll ourselves down. This time, try taking the hands and reaching them off. If that's feeling a little too much for you, just keep those hands on and feel that support from the legs. Again, we roll down, create that curve in the spine. This time, maybe taking a little bit further if you feel like you can, and then rolling yourself back on up. We're going to go down and hold this next one down there. So we exhale, abdomen draws in, pelvic tilt, roll ourselves down, take a breath in. As we breathe out, rotate through the spine, and then inhale, come back to center. Rotate to the opposite way. Inhale to center. And again, open. Feel that open to the chest, but I'm keeping those ribs drawing towards the hips here. One more to each side. Open and center. And open and center. And roll all the way out. We're going to go all the way down. Take a breath in to prepare. Exhale, abdomen draws in. We roll slowly, slowly, slowly all the way down. And let the arms come overhead. Take a stretch there. Wriggle those feet in a little closer. Staying hip distance apart there. And then lower those hands down by your side. Fingertips just reaching towards those heels. Coming into our pelvic curl, we take a breath in. As we exhale, the same movement. The abdomen draws in, we tilt the pelvis, and we start to roll up one vertebrae at a time, coming up to the top of our shoulders. Take a breath in at the top and create some length in the spine, and then exhale, rolling yourself all the way down. Feel that back massaging down one vertebrae at a time. Find that neutral pelvis at the bottom. Again, rolling ourselves up. So initiating this movement from our center, coming all the way up or as far as your back feels like it wants to go. And as we roll down, we keep the hips high until the last minute, and then we find our neutral at the bottom. We'll take one more here, rolling up. Again, find that length. The back of the thighs and glutes supporting this movement. And then gently rolling yourself back down, back down, back down. Going into a little bit of marching here on your next exhale. Just float one leg to tabletop and inhale back down. Take the other leg up and down. So as we alternate lifting the feet up here, we're trying to make sure that this pelvis stays nice and neutral here. That we're not compressing that lower back down, and that the hips are not rocking to and fro too much. So it's just a transfer of weight. Every time I lift the leg, I'm thinking of that connection from my pubic bone to belly button, from my hip to hip, that drawing in and pulling up to provide stability. One more to each side here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. We'll find our tabletop now, on one leg at a time, and squeeze those knees and feet together here. The hands come just a little wider of your mat there for a little support, coming into our pendulum. So we breathe in, lifting the opposite hip off, hips stay stacked on top of each other. Exhale, use the opposite side of the waist to pull yourself back into neutral. Inhale, take the legs over towards one side, opposite hip lifts up. Exhale, coming back on. Keep going with this movement here. We're stretching through one side of our spine, contracting through the other side of our abdomen here. Waking up to those oblique muscles. We're not twisting from the hips, we're keeping the hips, knees and feet perfectly stacked. And just one more to each side. Taking it over. Bringing it back. And again over. And then bringing it back. Going to a little bit more abdominals here. Keep the legs there, reach the hands up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, coming up, curl up, ribs to hips, pressing down for that abdominal curl. And then inhale, lower back down. Again, exhale, ribs to hip, and back down. So we keep this going here. We feel the back of the shoulders drawing down and back, keeping that chin tucked in, not allowing our neck flexors to become too active here. And every time we lift up, you feel the navel drawing down towards the spine, creating this sense of scooping, hollowing out through those deep lower abdominals. Keep going with this action, pressing the arms down with energy, squeezing the legs together, so we're also working through those thighs at the same time. We'll take one more, and this time we will hold it up there. Take the hands behind the thighs, gently get a little bit higher here. Then keep that height, but take the hands behind the head. As we rotate towards one side, we exhale, inhale back into center. Oblique curls here, so we're staying in that high position and rotating from side to side here. Of course, you can have a break anytime you want to, because we're just doing a short little workout today. I'm just layering from exercise to exercise, and you can rest as you need to. And I'm just going to keep moving. Good. We're going to do one more to each side here. And of course, if you would like to do a few more of these, you're most welcome to. And then lie yourself back down, but keep the legs there. Take a breath and reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, find your hundreds position, curl up, ribs to hips. Inhale, lower yourself back down. Exhale, curl yourself up. Inhale, lower yourself down. Take the legs higher up towards the ceiling to support the back a little bit more. And take the legs lower down in front of you for a little bit more strength. Remember to always listen to your back here. You know your options. Keep your head down if your neck or shoulders is bothering you at all. And find that lift for a little bit more of a challenging option. Good. On this next one, we're going to go into the beat. So we're going to curl up and hold. Find that external rotation here. I'm going to beat the arms and legs for 3, 2, 1. And then lie back down. Good. Curling ourselves up, ribs to hips, find that little external rotation beat. 1, 2, 3. Like little star jumps. Onto a third and final one. I'm feeling this today. 1, 2, 3. And come back down. Just place the hands on top of the knees and have a little stretch with that lumbar spine. I'm going to from here roll over to one side and stretch out your legs underneath you here. Stack everything on top of each other here. And then just start working through your waist. Squeeze the legs together for a double leg lift and lower back down. We breathe out as we squeeze them together and in as we come down. Now you can keep going with this here or take that top hand up. And then you can lift, looking towards the toes and then back down. So either keep the top hand there for a little bit more support. Now notice that my underneath arm I have my palm up, so I'm not gripping through the floor here. I'm working through my core to find some balance today. Now exhale, curl up. Inhale down. Feel like you're reaching those legs away from you. And we'll take one more, we'll hold it up there. Reach it up and hold. Good, take the top leg up a little, the bottom leg up. Down. Down. Now notice I've turned into a little V position here as I'm doing this, going up, up, down, down, up, up. If you need some neck support, use your hand as a pillow. One more, up, up, down, down, and relax. Bring the arm all the way over. Bring the legs into a side tabletop position. Hips, knees and feet stack on top of each other here. And we're doing a plan here, opening the knees and feet and lowering ourselves back down. Working through our glutes as we do this here. Think of taking the top leg off the bottom leg, in one piece. As we do that, squeezing through the glute that's working the top side and relaxing to the underneath side. Lift and lock, and lift and lock. Keep that going. Hips stay stacked on top of each other. This top hip pulling gently away to create some natural space in the waist underneath you here. So it's supported as always by our core. On the next one, we're going to hold it up there and then karate kick the leg forward, bend and lower down. So we go lift, extend, bend and down. Lift, extend, bend and down. Nice little movements here. I'm trying to be as steady and stable as I possibly can, rather than going for big, strong movements where my body is moving around a lot. Good, we'll take one more, and I'll lift and extend it forward, and then sweep it back in line. Good. If you'd like to challenge that position, take the other leg out, otherwise keep it there, and we're going into some circles here, around, around, around. Got that top foot flex there, and just circling around, squeezing my glute as I go, and then I'll change the direction, and go around. That's it, nice and steady. Feeling the outside of my thighs, feeling my glutes for this set. And then I'm going to lift, go into my favourite, forward and down. For this I'm going to bend that underneath leg for a bit of support, and then internally rotate, tap, and lift, and tap, and lift. That's it, keep it going. Feeling that leg working right through the glutes here. We'll keep going here for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax it on down. Give it a little rub, lift yourselves up, and we'll swing our legs around. I'll do this facing the other way. So lying on your side, stretch out that underneath leg, stretch out the legs stacked on top of each other, that top hand rest for support, and coming into your side lifts and down. So squeezing through your waist here, your inner thighs are working to bring the legs up in one piece. And then you can take that top hand up and add your lift and lower. So it's not about height here. It's not how high can you go. We want to try and have this feeling of creating length. The legs are reaching away from us. As you can see, I'm a little bit more wobbly on this side. So maybe you'll have a side that's a little stronger than the other. We'll hold that next one up. Find that little V and we go up, up, down, down, up, up, down. So I'm using inner thighs here to try and create some height. Also a little through my glutes as well. And last one. And come on down. We'll take that hand, place it down, bend the legs in front, stack them in front of each other, that 90-degree angle here, and create some length in that top hip. And then start your clam, lifting the leg up and lowering back down. So we're opening and closing, opening and closing. That's it. When you lift up, try and just come to hip height. Doesn't have to be a big movement here. And then when you lower, rest right back down where you started. Working through that top side of your glutes here. Feeling that work right underneath your glutes, right around you. And going to our lift and extend. So we go lift, extend, bend, and lower. Lift, extend, bend, and lower. Keep that going. If you need to have a break, remember you're taking your breaks when you need to. You can always pause, do a few extra, do a few less, come back into it when you're ready. And we'll do one more. Lift and extend, and this time sweep it back. I'm going to take that underneath leg out for a little challenge, but you can keep it where it is if you like. And little circles around, little circles. So I've got that foot flex that just helps to activate through my glutes a little bit more and keep my leg nice and strong and stable. And then I'll change the other direction, around, around. So again, not going for big movements here, nice controlled circles as best as you can. And then lift, we'll sweep it forward. I'm going to bend the underneath leg and internally rotate as I dip down, and up, and down, and up. Keep going, working through your waist muscles here. Really strong movement here as we lift and lower for 4, and 3, and 2. Lift and hold, and then rest it down. Give a little break. Still working through our glutes. We're going to come over onto our front now. Create a little pillow here. I'm going to look towards you, but you can just look straight down. And then from here, we're going to work to those glutes, starting with the leg that we did first before. We're going to lift, squeeze into the backside, and then lower, and then lift the other leg. Now as we do this movement here, you'll keep your head down and looking neutral. We're trying to think about lengthening through the back of our body. We've got our pelvis pressing into our mat, so our pubic bone and our hip bones pressing down into the mat, and our navel will draw up towards our spine, creating support. So we're not working through our lower back, we're strengthening to the back side of our glutes here as we keep going. Nice and steady, little lifts, doesn't have to be that height, and once again trying not to rock and roll too much through the pelvis. Do one more to each side, and then come down. We'll take that into swimming, so the hands are going to come forward now, your forehead comes down. Take a breath in, lift one leg and the opposite arm up, and exhale, come down. Opposite arm to leg, and down. Every time you lift and inhale, try and see if your pelvic floor can lift with you. That internal support system as we lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now you can keep going with this, or on the next one, hold it up, and then lift the other one and swap, 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 swap. Little swaps. Keep breathing here. You can breathe nice and naturally here. Relax your shoulders down and back. Neck nice and long. Keep it up. Beat, 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 beat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Hands press on and press back into the rest pose. That is quite strong for your back, so just take a moment there.